Okay, so I'm really happy to announce that we are finally working on the Nova again. I'm putting in a new fuel pump, new fuel hoses, and then tidying up some existing wiring that's on the car, trying to make it look a little nicer. Put it in some looms and give it some protection. Another thing, I never had a relay on my old fuel pump. It just ran through a fuse, so I'll be running a relay on this one. I decided to go with a Magna Fuel 500 Pro Star. So that's the fuel pump I'm going to be running. Got all new lines, 12 AN from the fuel cell to the pump filter, and then it'll go 10 AN the rest of the way up to where it splits off to go to the nitrous and to the carburetor. I had to have one of my buddies straighten me out on relays because I suck at relays. So he had to explain everything to me, and then I had to write everything on my board. So that's my relay numbers and then where everything's going to go. So originally on Magna Flow's wiring diagram, they just give you wire colors. They don't give you terminal numbers. So I had no idea where anything was going. I should probably know relays better than I do, but I don't. So, all right, so now we'll start wiring it up and then try it out. So this one's gonna be 87, it's 87A, which is the center wire on the relay, and that one's not going to be used. I believe it's 85. Let me check. Yeah, 85 is going to be a ground from the relay, so I've just got that grounded to the chassis where I bolted in the relay. Alright, so 87 is going to be pump power. So we'll get this wired up real quick. Alright, 86 is going to go to my switch. You see me cheating looking over at my board. I can't remember this stuff. Alright, and I've got my ground wire from the pump. It is going up into the trunk where it'll be grounded off onto the battery ground. Alright, and this wire will be 30, and this will go to up in the trunk to battery power. I don't have one right now, but I'm going to pick up an inline fuse. Magna Flow recommends everything on this pump, everything 30 amp fused. I have also put in new rear end gears. Went from a 456 to a 411. I was running some pretty high RPMs towards the end of the 8th mile, so. And I'm going with a smaller tire now. So hopefully the 411s will work a lot better. Okay, so I've got the power wire temporarily wired up, ground wire temporarily wired up. This is ground. This is power from the fuel pump. So I still don't have the inline fuse. I'll get one today sometime and wire it in, but just for now, we'll kick it on real quick and check it. Yep, that works. Perfect. So this is my current battery, and it is 57 pounds. So we get this beast out of here, and I have a new surprise. This is the new surprise, a lithium ion battery. I haven't tested it yet, but it has way more cold cranking amps than the current battery I have, and this one only weighs 30 pounds. This thing says 1200 cold cranking amps. The old battery is 950 cold cranking amps, and this is showing 192 reserve minutes at 25 amps. So I don't believe this is gonna have a problem starting this car. And I save a ton of weight. I can go ahead and hook up this fuel pump ground. Alright, now I just need my inline fuse holder, and I need to swap out my fuel fuses because they were at 20 amp. Alright, looks like fuel here. I'll take that one out. Put this 30 amp in. So I'm just cutting all the old tie wraps or zip ties off of this, off all these wires. I'm just gonna put a little bit of electrical tape here and there to hold them together, and then I'll get a nice little wire loom to put around everything, make it look a little cleaner. I don't know if there's some kind of technique to putting this stuff on, but it is a pain in the butt. And I got a bunch of these wire holders. I don't know what you call them. What are they called? Insulated cable clamp. Alright, now all that wire's cleaned up, protected, held into place. And next will be when I get the fittings for the fuel lines, I'll run the fuel line along the same direction as this. Alright, and this is the final part, the inline fuse. Alright, 30 amp fuse. Now we check the fuel pump. Now just to check, we'll make sure she turns over. Oh yeah, that's a big battery. Alright, I think everything's gonna work.